Coffee Conversations with Cinti is brought to you by Influential, the new strategic consultancy that takes the guesswork out of influencer marketing for your brand. We provide much needed strategic crafted frameworks on how to implement campaigns specific to your brand needs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another fabulous edition of Coffee Conversations with Cinti. And today we are coming from a very special place, and as usual, we've got a very special guest in the house. But before we do that, let me remind everybody at home, in your cars or wherever you are, to subscribe to our channel and to follow this conversation closely. Tumi Mkhondo, how are you?
I'm good, and you, Cinti?
I'm great. It's so lovely to be in your offices today.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us as well. Please quickly introduce yourself and your business.
So, as you mentioned, my name is Tumi Mkhondo. I'm the managing director and founder of Envision Brand, which is a 100% black-owned female integrated communications agency.
Okay.
We specialize in brand management, brand sustainability, and brand engagement. So we offer our clients PR, events, CSI initiatives, sponsorship, and also digital marketing.
All right.
So for us, it's about partnering with clients to make sure that they use the right channels, they communicate the right messages, and also they target the right audience.
Okay, so they can get more performance from their marketing activities.
Yes.
So you're literally a 360 agency.
Yes, we are.
And how long have you been doing this?
So Envision Brand opened its offices in 2017. So we're now 2 years old.
Oh, that's quite a bit, hey? How has been the experience?
So it's been challenging, but we're growing day by day. We're working on great projects, great campaigns. So business is good.
All right. And when were you introduced to this phenomenon of influencer marketing?
I think for me, it's not even new. I think it's the term influencer marketing that makes it look like everyone else thinks like there's a new thing.
It was just the fancy term for something that already
because
existed.
I remember back then when I was working at an agency, it was back in 2013, when we worked on a tech client, and they came up to say they want to find opinion leaders on a specific issue, and they want to use those people as third-party endorsers, because people are now just tired from hearing from them as a brand.
And that's they're not believing them.
They're not believing what they say. So that's when the influencer thing came on board to say, okay, there's actually opinion leaders that if someone was to speak about a certain topic, that people would believe and buy. If it's a product, then they would buy that product. So it's been around for years. But now with technology and with the speed of people wanting to consume content, so then influencer marketing just made it into the
So I think the whole point of getting into business is to make a profit.
Yes.
And do you think influencer marketing is driving the revenue lines for brands? Is it effective at all?
It is effective, especially
when
the brand is looking for brand awareness. Because now you're reaching an audience that you as a brand would never reach. So you have an influencer that has 1 million followers. You as a brand on your social media platforms, you probably have 5,000. So if you were to post the same content,
or 300 like me.
So if you were to post the same content, you wouldn't reach that audience. The influencer would reach for you. But in terms of conversion to say for business, that's still one of the things that as an industry we still need to look at, to say, is it actually generating revenue? Because you also look at consumers are now smarter. So when you put in a product in front of them, they start questioning that, is that person actually using that product? So, or are you just giving me the product to know about it, or are you?
That's an interesting insight.
So are you then giving me the product to use? Because then that's where we need to separate, to say it's an influencer for awareness and an influencer that will convert into a customer.
So there is need to drill down into the return on the investment.
Yes.
That's very interesting. How does it fit into any current marketing mix?
So I think when you look at the growth of influencer marketing from 2017 to 2018, even with companies, they're increasing their revenue they're increasing their budget to make sure that they cover influencer marketing. So, because for them, then it becomes that always on strategy to say, if we're working with, we're not releasing a TVC, but then we have influencers that are always making sure that our brand is out there.
Yeah, and they're always staying top of mind, obviously. Yes. Yeah. All right. And what is the opportunity for using influencer marketing that you think marketers are overlooking or should be aware of?
I think the one thing is we always say look for authenticity. So even when you choose your influencers, choose the ones that you know they're the right fit for your brand. Yeah. But also I think also the one thing we're overlooking is the long-term relationship with influencers. Okay. So not a touch and go.
That partnership you were talking about earlier.
Yes. So if you have an influencer that can be part of your campaign for a year, then you're building that brand storyline throughout the year. It's not just I created the awareness, then next time I'm going to use another influencer. So you build brand trust through the influencer. So next time they sell your product, people can relate to them and they know that they've been an advocate for that brand.
Okay, and how do you choose influencers or participants in an influencer campaign for your list of clients?
So you look at the messaging for the client and the objectives. So it's always important for clients to know what the campaign objectives are.
Okay, so it still runs back to an anchored on strat, isn't it? Yeah.
So if you're looking for fame and awareness, then any influencer with a lot of following, you can work with. But then if you're looking for to build a storyline and to win the hearts of your customers or your target audience, then you need to choose influencers that speak to the brand and also stand for what the brand stands for as well.
All right, and in terms of the demand profile for influencer marketing and with clients within your books, are you finding out that more of your clients are asking for this by name?
So
is it just an let's have it, or it's a necessary part of their strategic direction?
So it's both. I think the let's have it part is I don't want to be missed out.
Okay.
As a marketing director,
which obviously gives you an opportunity to educate, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. So the one thing now is that everyone is talking about influencer marketing. I also want it for my brand, but then that's when, as an agency, you have to sit back to say, is actually influencer marketing relevant for your brand? Do you need it or you don't need it?
All right.
So that's why then we provide counsel to clients. But everyone else is fearing of not being
involved in a part of it.
Yeah.
And what sort of feedback are you getting from those that are participating in this space?
So a lot of the brands that we've worked with, they love it because most of them, they went in with, we want to create awareness. And they're getting that awareness. So people are starting to connect with the brand because they see an influencer using that brand.
Okay.
So a lot of the positive, the feedback is very positive.
Okay.
With brands.
You speak about most clients getting into the space specifically to drive awareness. As soon as they do get the awareness they want, do you see them then wanting to integrate some of their other marketing objectives with influencer marketing, or to use influencer marketing to drive some of their other marketing objectives?
Yeah, so I think especially brands that are not a lot of the brands that are for awareness is new brands. When you look at consumer brands are the ones, so consumer driven brands are the ones that are pushing the awareness part. But also it's now involving influencers as part of your other marketing campaigns, because that influencer now could be featured in your ad. That influencer could then make an appearance at your events. So it's not only just the influencer living on social, but that influencer is also part of your network. They come MC at your event.
And so that there's a huge value add there, isn't there?
Yes.
All right. And in your experiences, what are the ups and downs you've experienced with influencer marketing?
So I think the one is a lot of influencers working on a lot of brands.
So it's too much clutter.
So it's too much clutter and it confuses the consumers. And as I said earlier, consumers are not then they're quite savvy. They know when to believe an influencer and when not to believe an influencer. Because if someone today posts about a phone, a certain brand, and then 2 weeks later the campaign is done, then they go to another brand, because you can easily remove the post. So so then you're confusing consumers to say, then which brand do I need to buy, because one day you were pushing this one, today you are pushing this one. So I think that has been one of the cons, the downside.
And what do you think is a solution to that problem?
So the solution is,
if it's a problem.
Well, it is a problem, but it's up to the brands to decide on the. For me, it's a long-term relationship. So you decide on which are the influencers. You can choose your top 10 influencers that you want as part of your marketing strategy.
Okay, interesting.
To say then, if I'm going to work with these ones, what are the campaigns? What are the messaging? But if you apply it as a always on strategy where you just want the awareness, then you go with all the popular influencers that are out there,
which is very bubblegummy, I guess. And do you think influencer marketing will continue to grow as generally brands grasp the power of people?
It will grow. I think right now everyone else is looking for content in a different, like they're searching for content differently. And if also when I want to buy something, I always go to an influencer's page to see what's fashion, what are the fashion trends, what products are they using. So people now
that's a great insight. So in terms of the search
for information,
you would go to an influencer's page.
So what I do is I would just go into Instagram and then search top 10 people that I want to see their content for the week, and then I see the brands that they are associated with, and is it appealing to me, is it not appealing to me? So we now look for style, for information through them. Also to say what are the brands releasing. If there's a new car, you maybe just see that influencer being given the car to test drive. So
all right, Tumi, thank you so much for joining us. But before you go, what sort of advice do you have for brands, for influencers, for anybody that wants to be involved in the space and is averse of it, or for anybody that's already in the space?
So I think for me, it's just for people to become familiar with the regulation. That also is important, because now also you saw Instagram is also saying they might take away the likes and the followers.
So a lot of other attacks out there.
So that for influencers, it's a big worry, because that's how they make their money by choosing by saying they have a million followers. But if you can't see those followers, then how are we gonna choose you to become an influencer?
So while on that, do you think we could maybe see, if that goes through, could we see the next evolution of this?
I think so. I think we are up for a new evolution where brands are also worried to say, then are we going to reach the right target audience? But influencers are more worried about the income, but also now saying, how do we then as influencers take it to the next level so that brands can still see us? So it's more about understanding the environment and the regulation, but also to have clear goals when you want to do an influencer campaign. Because then it makes it easy even for the agency to find the right influencers for your campaign, as opposed to just saying I just want an influencer campaign.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure having you this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Tumi Mkhondo, founder and managing director of Envision Brand. Look them up, engage with them, form partnerships, and let's all have fun with influencer marketing. For everybody else at home, until next time, we love you, but we have to leave you. Tumi, thank you so much.
Thank you, Cynthia.